Have you ever felt like you were being manipulated without even realizing it? In the hustle and bustle of daily life, subtle forces may be shaping your decisions in ways you might not notice. Turning to Nancy Noble's insightful book, How to Avoid Being Manipulated, a guide to resist hypnosis and brainwashing, unveils powerful strategies to fortify your mind against such influences. It's about empowering yourself with the knowledge and tools to assert your control. Let's dive into these transformative lessons that can shield you from unseen influences. Critical thinking isn't just for philosophers, it's your first line of defense. In a world brimming with information, the ability to sift through what's true and what's merely persuasive is more crucial than ever. Critical thinking empowers you to analyze information, question underlying motives, and demand solid evidence before making a decision or forming an opinion. Take, for instance, a common advertisement that claims a product can make you feel happier or more successful. It's designed to appeal to your emotions rather than your rational judgment. By questioning the evidence behind these claims, asking for studies, customer reviews, or proof of efficacy, you're engaging in critical thinking. You're not just passively accepting the message, you're actively assessing its validity. This approach doesn't just apply to advertisements. It's a valuable tool in conversations, news consumption, and even in personal decisions. By constantly questioning and seeking evidence, you're not only protecting yourself from false claims, but also making more informed, rational decisions. When you question, you take control. What are your core values? Knowing them is your armor. Imagine walking through life with a clear set of values, like signposts guiding your every decision. These aren't just any values, but ones deeply rooted in your personal beliefs and experiences. They are the backbone of your identity, the unwavering pillars that don't just represent who you are, but protect you against the manipulative tides of the world. Consider Alex, who was invited to an exclusive high-stakes poker game. The atmosphere was electric, the stakes high, and the pressure intense. Everyone around him was diving in, swayed by the thrill and the crowd. But Alex knew his values, integrity and financial prudence. Despite the peer pressure, he chose to decline. His values provided a clear boundary that guarded him against decisions that could lead to regret. In moments like these, knowing what you stand for can be your strongest defense. It's not merely about making choices, it's about making the right choices for you. Stand firm in what you believe, and manipulation will falter. Boundaries don't restrict you, they protect you. Imagine walking through life with a personal shield, one that guards your thoughts, emotions, and actions against unwanted intrusions. That shield, it's your boundaries. Setting clear personal boundaries is not just about saying no, it's about understanding your limits and communicating them assertively. This clarity is crucial in every relationship, ensuring that both parties understand what is and isn't acceptable. Consider a common scenario. A friend repeatedly asks for favors, encroaching on your time and energy. By establishing firm boundaries, such as specifying which days you are available to help, you prevent the relationship from becoming one-sided and manipulative. This assertive communication doesn't just clarify your limits, it also respects your friend's ability to adjust their expectations. In essence, boundaries act as a clear line that you draw in the sand, which dictates where your personal space begins and where manipulation must end. They are not barriers to connection, but rather the foundations upon which healthy relationships are built. Your boundaries define where manipulation ends. Knowledge of persuasion tactics is your mental armor. Imagine walking into a store and a salesperson starts pitching a product with phrases like limited time offer or exclusive deal just for you. These are classic examples of scarcity and personalization, two potent persuasion techniques designed to create urgency and make you feel special. Understanding these tactics can empower you to step back and evaluate the situation critically. Is the product genuinely beneficial, or is it merely the scarcity effect making it seem urgent? By recognizing these tactics, you can make decisions based on logic rather than emotion. Another common strategy is the foot-in-the-door technique, where someone asks for a small favor, only to follow it up with a larger request. Knowing this, you might pause and consider the bigger picture when someone seems to be gradually asking for more. Social proof is also frequently used, where the popularity of a product is highlighted to encourage your buy-in. Remember, just because many people choose something doesn't necessarily mean it's the right choice for you. Forewarned is forearmed. Ever had a gut feeling something was off? Trust it. Our instincts are finely tuned sensors, honed over millennia to alert us to danger or deceit. It's a primal defense mechanism that often knows something is wrong before our conscious mind catches up. Consider the story of Linda, a regular at a local coffee shop. One day, a new employee started offering customers a special loyalty card that promised significant discounts. Something about the offer didn't sit right with Linda. Instead of signing up immediately like many others, she decided to listen to that nagging voice in her head, telling her to hold off. Sure enough, a week later, it emerged that the loyalty scheme was a scam, collecting personal information for nefarious purposes. Those who had ignored their initial hesitations were left dealing with the repercussions. Linda, however, was safe, all thanks to her decision to trust her instincts. Remember, in a world brimming with information and persuasion, not everything is as it seems. Your instincts are evolutionary guardians. In the battle against manipulation, knowledge is your best weapon. Imagine walking through a maze. Each turn represents a decision in life. Without a map, navigating this maze can be daunting. But what if you could learn the layout beforehand? That's the power of educating yourself about manipulation tactics and psychological strategies. By understanding the methods and motives behind manipulation, you're essentially drawing your own map, making it easier to navigate through life's decisions without being misled. Education in human behavior isn't just about spotting the bad, it's about understanding people's motivations, recognizing emotional triggers, and discerning truth from deception. This knowledge acts as a shield, protecting you from those who might exploit your vulnerabilities. Continuous learning keeps this shield strong and your path clear. Whether through books, seminars, or even engaging conversations, every piece of knowledge adds another layer of defense, empowering you to stand firm against manipulation. Keep learning, keep defending. A single viewpoint is a narrow viewpoint. Imagine walking through a gallery where every painting is a variation of the same scene. It's comfortable and familiar, yes, but it's also limiting. You miss the richness of diversity, the multiple angles from which life can be approached. In the context of avoiding manipulation, seeking diverse perspectives isn't just beneficial, it's essential. Consider the story of Emily, who once found herself swept up in a high-stakes investment opportunity. The pitch was compelling, delivered by a charismatic speaker who was a master of persuasion. Initially, Emily was convinced. However, by seeking the opinions of others from different backgrounds, financial experts, longtime investors, and even skeptics, she gathered a spectrum of insights. This broader perspective revealed inconsistencies and exaggerated claims that the persuasive speaker had glossed over. By stepping outside her usual information bubble, Emily was able to see the full picture and avoid a potentially disastrous decision. Expand your horizons, strengthen your defenses, control your emotions, and you control the manipulation. Emotional regulation isn't just about feeling better. It's a strategic defense against those who may seek to manipulate your feelings for their gain. Imagine a scenario where someone tries to provoke you with critical comments or overwhelming praise. The goal? To sway your decisions or actions. But here's where emotional regulation steps in. By maintaining your composure, you prevent these tactics from derailing your thoughts and actions. Consider the example of a seasoned negotiator. When faced with high stakes and intense pressure, this individual remains calm, their emotions in check. This poise prevents the other party from gaining an advantage through emotional provocation. The negotiator's ability to stay composed under fire not only keeps their strategy clear, but also often leads to more favorable outcomes. Effective emotional regulation involves recognizing your feelings, understanding why they occur, and deciding how you will react. Techniques such as deep breathing, mindfulness, and pausing before responding are invaluable tools. Stay calm, stay strong. Take nothing at face value. In a world brimming with information, this advice has never been more crucial. Every day, we're bombarded with data from various sources, but how much of it is accurate? Verifying information isn't just about fact-checking, it's about protecting yourself from manipulation and preserving your autonomy. Consider a scenario where someone almost invested in a seemingly lucrative can't-miss startup after an incredibly persuasive pitch. Luckily, they decided to dig a little deeper. By verifying the information, they discovered discrepancies in the company's financial reports and a history of legal issues previously undisclosed. This critical fact-checking prevented a potentially disastrous financial decision based solely on manipulated facts and polished presentations. The lesson here is straightforward yet vital. Always question and cross-verify facts before making a decision. This approach doesn't mean living in constant skepticism, but fostering a healthy habit of seeking the truth. Remember, in the quest to avoid being misled, trust, but verify. Independence isn't just about living alone, it's about thinking alone. This profound insight opens the door to understanding the vital role of cultivating independence in resisting manipulation. When you foster a strong sense of self-reliance, you base your decisions on your own judgment rather than the influence or approval of others. This autonomy is your shield against manipulative tactics that prey on dependency. Consider the story of Alex, who once found himself at a crossroads between following his peers and sticking to his personal career goals. Despite the pressure to conform to what was popular or trending, Alex made a conscious decision to pursue a path aligned with his own aspirations and values. This decision wasn't just about choosing a job, it was a declaration of independence, a commitment to trust his own instincts and abilities. By building such self-reliance, you empower yourself to navigate through life's challenges on your own terms. Remember, cultivating independence is not about isolation. It's about ensuring that when you connect with others, you do so from a position of strength and self-assuredness. Your decisions, your life. Today we've armed ourselves with powerful tools from Nancy Noble's insights. Let's recap. Develop critical thinking to analyze and question. Know and hold firm to your values, which guide you through manipulative tactics. Set strict boundaries and communicate them clearly. Understand and recognize persuasion techniques to keep your thoughts and actions your own. Trust your instincts, educate yourself, seek diverse perspectives, and verify information. Practice emotional regulation and cultivate independence. Remember, the power to resist manipulation begins with you.